Am I in the wrong spot?
Nope, no, you're good. You're good.
Okay, knock knock.
Hi.
Hi, how are you today?
Good. How are you?
Good, I'm doing really good.
Cool.
My name is Matt, and this is my friend Nadine, and we're just coming around the neighborhood today. We're residents of 6 Mile, and we're members of the Duhamel Watershed Society.
Okay.
And we're just coming around to tell people about the good work we're doing. Could I step in for a minute and share a few things?
How long do you think they'll be?
Probably 5-10 minutes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just am in a bit of a rush. but
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you heard about our group at all? Or
What's it called?
it's called the Duhamel Watershed Society?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. Well, can I just tell you about a few of the things that we're doing?
Oh, okay.
Okay. One of the things we're doing is we've hired a couple of professional consultants, a local forester and a local hydrologist to work with the logging company, to consult with the logging company, Klesnikoff Lumber,
Okay.
to advise them on less impactful ways to log in the watershed.
Okay. Well, what's your problem with logging?
Well, we don't have a problem with logging. We think logging totally belongs in our society.
Okay.
What we're trying to do is we're trying to ensure that it's the type of logging that really lessens the impacts on the other values, the other the other important issues surrounding the watershed.
Okay.
Yeah. So another thing we're doing is water monitoring. We're going into the watershed, into several locations, and doing ongoing long-term monitoring of the water quality. As we use this watershed and as we have impacts, and we're using the water monitoring to, if we see any change in the water quality, we can use that to try to alter.
Are you
how
doing
we-
like lab tests or like how?
Yeah, exactly.
How,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We go into the watershed, we do the water samples, and then we send them to the lab. And we've got a benchmark basically of how the water has been, and then if we see any changes, we'll see that in the water.
Okay.
Yeah. So those are a few of the things we're doing. We think that we're doing some really important work. At one time, government did oversee, they had more oversight into how logging was done and regulations and so on. Nowadays, there's a lot less of that, and we feel like groups like ours are really important in terms of being watchdogs and in terms of overseeing, what we're doing in our watersheds.
Yeah, but loggers know what they're doing at the same time, right?
I think loggers they have some really important knowledge as in terms of forests and they're out there every day for sure.
Like that's what I do. So.
Oh really?
Yeah.
You log? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just interesting to hear.
Yeah.
I sort of feel like you're going against what I do. And
Yeah. No, and I can understand that, and
Okay.
definitely we don't have a problem with what you do, and we're not, as I said, we're not trying to stop logging. We're working with the logging company.
Okay.
But we're trying to be a voice for things that we think sometimes get neglected. Such as sometimes we think that water quality, for example, can get neglected, or the overall health of a forest can get neglected. And so we're trying to be a voice for those things.
So what exactly? Why are you here?
Well, I'm here because for a couple of reasons. One is we're doing some fundraising. So
Okay.
in order to do our work, much of it is done by volunteers. But we do have costs for these professionals that I mentioned
Sure.
and for the water monitoring.
Yeah.
So we're here to collect money, and we're also here to see if people want to be involved with us in any capacity and join our organization.
Okay. I mean, like water-wise, I don't use the water. I have a well, so I don't really know why I'd sort of support you guys.
Well, it's for us. It's more than a water issue.
Okay.
It's we look at the forest as a greater ecosystem, and that has many properties that we want to safeguard. And
Is it like it's gonna flood or something?
Certainly flooding is one of our concerns, you know.
If we keep logging in that area or something.
Well, if we do logging in properly, then there is for sure the potential. And I know in this area here, you know, we've had some major flooding in the past, and
Okay.
you know, so we're certainly one of the things we're concerned about is flooding. And you know, we're worried that if too much logging is done or improper logging is done, then you know we could get some massive runoff. We could get some slides, some flooding, and certainly that's
And
a concern.
so, if I were to give you money, how would that help with the floods or?
Well, like I said, we've hired these professional, this professional forester and hydrologist. The hydrologist studies water systems,
Okay.
you know, in forests, and
Yeah.
so he's got a lot of good information, a lot of good ideas on how to safeguard those water systems. So, you know, to ensure that those water systems keep working as they have for
Okay.
a long, long time, you know. And so again, we have logging at the same time, but it's we've hired these professionals so in order to modify the logging plans in ways, you know, so that we can protect these other things that we're concerned about and ensure the you know the long-term health of this forest.
Okay. I mean, I think what the logging I do is proper. It's not improper.
Mhm.
So it's. I mean, I think what I'm doing is just fine. But
Yeah.
but if you want to hire your people, do that and whatever.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, do you see a need for anything we're doing? Like, do you support anything you've heard so far? Or?
I think it's nice that you're all getting together as a community and doing that. But in terms of what you're doing, it doesn't faze me just because I feel I'm against you guys and about you know I don't want to cause any problems. But
Yeah.
it just seems like it doesn't really fit what my you know
Yeah.
the way I live my life and what I do and what I believe in really. I just
Yeah.
don't think what you're doing is really very worthwhile.
Right.
Actually. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not to be
No.
you know harsh.
No, you're being honest, and that's fine. And I just want you to know that you know we certainly support your livelihood and you know we feel like we're your neighbor.
Okay.
We you know we're all in this together, and
Yeah.
and you know, and I totally respect your point of view too.
Thank
so
you. I
thanks for your
appreciate
time.
that. Thanks.
All right.
Have a good one.
Oh, yeah, good. Yeah.